In this video, I'm going to show you how we professionally clean wheels, tires, and wheel wells. All the tools and products that we use, I'll have them linked down below. I'm not going to put too much on a focus on that, just because buy something or use something that's similar to what I'm doing, not exactly what I use. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So first step is just to simply rinse down the wheels, wheel wells, and tires. This is just to get any loose debris or dirt that might be on the vehicle. We're not gonna see all the brake that's come off, although that sometimes happens, but it's just to get that first layer of crud off the wheels. Next, we're going to pre-spray the surfaces. So on the wheels here, we're actually using an iron decon wheel cleaner. And then for the tires and wheel wells, we're using an all-purpose cleaner diluted 4:1. Now, is it necessary to use an iron decon wheel cleaner? I'm gonna say no. That's when it turns purple. On this one, the wheel didn't turn purple at all. So, did we actually need it on this one? Not really. And do we typically use some iron decon as a wheel cleaner? No. So for the most part, typically, just to keep things super simple, we're gonna use an all-purpose cleaner diluted 4:1 for the wheels, wheel wells, and tires. Next, we're going to agitate. So for the wheel wells, I'm actually going to be using a tire brush. This is a bit more aggressive than the other brushes that we use, just because I can see from the wheel wells that there's a lot of caked on dirt on there. So if I were to use a softer brush, it wouldn't get as much agitation out of it, and I'd have to do multiple passes. So just from the get-go, I'm going to use a tire brush to agitate the inside. Next is I'm going to use that same brush and use it on the tires. Now, in between using the brushes, or if the brush itself gets too caked on with debris or gunk or whatever, I'll just quickly rinse it off and then keep on using it. That way, if I did scrub the wheel wells and there's a lot of like foam and dirt in there, I rinse it off before I go to the tires. Next is the wheel. Now you have the wheel face and then the wheel barrel. What we do is typically start with the wheel barrel, so we're going to use an easy detail brush or any type of brush that actually gets into the wheel barrel, go around the whole wheel, and then come to the wheel face and use two different brushes, a large brush and a small brush. The large brush is for the larger surface areas, and then the small brush is for the more detailed work. We typically don't use a small brush to cover the entire wheel. I know sometimes it looks fun, like the foam, but for us, because we do this on customers' vehicles, because we just want to get done with it faster, we are going to just use the large brush for the large surface areas and then the small brush for the more intricate areas. Now, because we're in a shop and there's no sun, there's no hot weather, the surfaces aren't hot, we're able to clean the wheel wells, the tires, the wheels, and let the product sit there the entire time and then rinse it off. And that's what we're gonna do next. Now, if you're outside in the sun, if the surfaces are hot, then you have to work against that. So maybe you're gonna clean the wheel wells and then rinse it off. You're gonna clean the tires and then rinse it off. You're gonna clean the wheels and then rinse it off. That way, you're not giving it time to actually dry on the surface itself. So depending on where you are, if you're outside and it's cold, outside and it's hot, if you're in the shop with, favorable conditions, that's gonna kind of dictate how you're able to rinse off the product as you go. But here, in much favorable conditions, we're just gonna rinse everything off all at once. Now the last step here is we're actually going to use a spray protectant. We're going to mist the product on the wheel and then rinse it off, and that's going to allow the wheel to, one, dry faster and give it those hydrophobic properties. Okay, and that's gonna wrap up this video. Hopefully it was short and to the point. I don't wanna make these videos any longer than they have to. If you wanna know the tools and products that we're using, just check down below in the video description box. And if you have any questions about what we used or why we did it or why we didn't do something, just ask in the comment section down below as well, and I will respond to you. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to everyone on the next one. Bye-bye.